Hi, I'm Simi. Welcome to my channel, Class in the Cloud. On this channel, you will find tips and suggestions to help you get started and make a success of your online teaching and online learning journey. Today's video, we are going to explore and look into the pros and cons of teaching English online. If you're new here, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you and to know where you are teaching from in the world. And while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss my next video. But for now, let's dive into those pros and cons. So what do you prefer to hear first, the good news or the bad news? I always choose the good news. So let's look at my top 5 pros of teaching English online. Number 1. There are many job opportunities out there for online teachers, especially in the current climate. Yes, you've guessed it, COVID has opened up the industry and it is busting with opportunity. You just need to go onto Facebook and browse some of the online teaching groups to see how many companies are recruiting, how many new companies are rising up. One of my favorite pros of teaching English online is that you can work from anywhere. You can take your laptop and your internet with you and you can literally work on vacation. You can work while you're traveling, and most comfortably, of course, you can work from home. Meaning, yes, you can work in your old pajama pants. But remember to always come across professionally and to conduct yourself in a way that is less casual when you're teaching. Number 3 comes at no surprise. You're your own boss, especially if you are contracted out or if you are teaching independently. And that means that you can choose your own schedule. Choosing your own schedule has its own benefits. You can choose when you want to have vacation, you can choose when you want to be off, you can choose how many hours you want to work in a week depending on your individual circumstances. This lifestyle can give you so much freedom if you just plan it correctly. So plan your days, plan your weeks, plan your year, and enjoy the freedom of setting up your own schedule. Point number 4 has been debated back and forth together with the native speaker, non-native speaker debate, which is sorely tiring. However, I still believe that base rates for teaching English online is still very competitive and sustainable. In the current climate, yes, you know it, COVID, many base rates have dropped. However, the average base rate still remains between $8 and $25 per hour, which is not bad. So with the right qualifications, a professional setup, and a little bit of luck, keep applying until you get that dream contract that will launch your English teaching business. And my 5th pro of teaching English online is most likely one of my favorite, and that is minimal preparation. Now, don't get me wrong here, you still need to prepare for your lessons. And in some companies, they do also expect you to prepare your own material. So that does take a bit of preparation. However, compared to a brick and mortar school with 30 to 50 students in a classroom, preparation is minimal. And you can spend far less time preparing lessons and much more time teaching them. Now that we have completed the 5 pros, or my 5 pros of teaching online, we can now go to the not so nice, negative and boring parts of the job. Even though compared to some other industries, I don't think my list is all that bad. So let's jump right in. Number 1 is that even though, yes, as I said, there are many job opportunities out there, the market at the moment is hustling and bustling, and every teacher who is worth their salt wants to teach online, making the job market very competitive at the moment, and also, in my opinion, slightly oversaturated. So where in the past, before the pandemic, it would have taken you 1 or 2 interviews to find a suitable, sustainable contract, it would now be number 5 or number 6. The companies just have the cream of the crop to choose from, and many companies overcompensated in hiring at the peak of the pandemic in 2020. So that has left the industry oversaturated, and we're going to have to wait for the pendulum to swing back to the middle in terms of competitiveness in the industry. Point number 2 of our cons. We are talking about pros and cons of teaching English online, and the second con is a true thorn in my side, and that is no work, no pay, no benefits. This simply means if you want to take a holiday, if you are sick, if you need a few days off, if you have a family emergency, you need to apply for leave and you don't get paid for the time off. You need to compensate and plan for your medical, for your retirement, and for your taxes, all from the base rate that you earn from your online English business. So plan ahead and don't be caught off guard. Point number 3, and that is odd working hours. Now, if you're the type of person who likes to work 9 to 5, have your weekends off, have your mornings open, have your evenings open, or if you're not an early bird and you are not a night owl, maybe this industry is not for you. We're teaching from all around the world, and depending on where you are located, you could find yourself teaching early hour mornings or late at night. For example, I teach from South Africa, and we have a 6-hour difference between here and Asia. So for me, 10 a.m. in China is 4 a.m. here. So if I want to catch some morning classes on a weekend, I need to get up at 4 a.m. on a Saturday. Consider what is important to you in terms of your lifestyle, but odd working hours comes with the industry. Point number 4, and that is the thorn in my other side, and that is that bookings are never guaranteed. You might put your availability out there and tell the company you're available to work for so many hours, but there's no guarantee that all your hours are going to be filled. There is also no guarantee that the students won't cancel. And many times cancellations within a certain time frame don't get compensated for. Thankfully, many companies have a policy that if a student does not arrive for a lesson, you either get full or 60% pay for that lesson. But sadly, low booking rates can really damage your monthly budget and income flow. There are some ways to remedy this and work around it. One of them could be to have multiple contracts, which brings its own challenges of block scheduling and not overbooking or double booking your schedule. My final point and our 5th con is sustainable internet and electricity. Without fast, sustainable, stable internet and without electricity, we can't do our jobs. Now, everyone understands that the unthinkable happens and there are emergencies and there are rolling blackouts and natural disasters, often leaving us teachers sitting with a cup of coffee in our hands in tears because we've missed our lessons. And once again, missed lesson, forfeit in income, and it's just a mess. So having sustainable internet, having a backup power supply almost comes stock standard with the industry. So if you want to find out how to set up your online English classroom to work through rolling blackouts or load shedding, then be sure to follow the link to my video below. But that is a heart sore point for many, is the internet and the rolling blackouts. Unfortunately, as well, many online English institutions have now adopted a zero tolerance policy for bad internet and not having a backup plan for your power. So bear that in mind and build up your backup system steadily as you grow. And that's a wrap. Those are my 5 pros and 5 cons of teaching English online. I wonder, what are yours? What do you like about teaching online? What do you hate about teaching online? And do you even like teaching online? I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below. And while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss my next video. Thanks for watching. I am Simi. This is Class in the Cloud. Goodbye.